I get why you're hesitant. You've seen those glossy fish finder listings with perfect fish arches and crisp bottom contours, only to plug one in and realize the screen lags when you're bucking 3-foot chop, the maps don't line up with the shoreline you know by heart, or the whole thing feels like it needs a PhD to operate. I've talked to enough weekend anglers and weekend racers to know the real frustration isn't the price, it's the risk of dropping serious cash on gear that looks great on paper but wilts under real sun, spray, and the occasional "why did I just buy this" moment. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What sold me on the Garmin ECHOMAP Ultra 126sv is that it's built for the guy who wants pro-level sonar without the pro-level complexity. The 12-inch keyed assist touchscreen is the first thing that stands out. No accidental taps when you're wearing gloves, no waiting for the screen to catch up when you're trying to mark a new wreck in a stiff breeze. The GT56 UHD TM transducer that comes in the box is the real workhorse here. It's not just good for deep water humps, it actually resolves structure inside 10 feet of water so you can see dock pilings and submerged stumps without guessing. If you fish stained water, grass flats, or any place where fish stack on subtle breaks, that clarity matters more than headline numbers like 1 kilowatt power or 200 kHz, 455 kHz, 800 kHz frequencies. Built-in Navionics plus mapping is the second big win. You don't need to buy a separate microSD card or remember to update charts every season. Just power up and you're looking at contour lines that match the shoreline you're staring at. I've used aftermarket cards that were off by 30 feet in a narrow creek. With Navionics Plus on this unit, the creek channel lines up with the trolling motor's GPS arrow without a second thought. The ActiveCaptain app is handy for crowdsourced waypoints and marina info, but honestly it's the kind of feature you'll use once or twice a year unless you're running a tournament circuit. Still, it's there when you need it, and it doesn't slow the unit down. Now, where this unit shows its limits is in the extras department. If you're chasing tuna 30 miles offshore or running a live well full of big pelagics, you'll eventually want a dedicated down imaging or side imaging transducer, and the ECHOMAP Ultra's internal processor tops out at 1 kilowatt. That's plenty for most freshwater and nearshore anglers, but it's not the same punch you'd get from a Garmin GPS Map 942XS with a separate high-wattage pod. Also, the keyed assist touchscreen is great with gloves, but if you're the type who likes to pinch zoom on a chart while bouncing across a sandbar, you'll find the screen refresh can lag just enough to make you overshoot the mark. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's noticeable when you're in a hurry. Who should buy this? If you're a weekend warrior who wants one box to handle sonar, charts, and basic networking without a second screen cluttering the console, this is the sweet spot. It's also the right choice if you fish stained water or grass flats where seeing subtle structure is more important than raw power. Weekend tournament anglers who need quick waypoint sharing will appreciate the ActiveCaptain integration, and the fact that Navionics Plus is baked in saves you the annual card fee that some other brands nickel and dime you for. Who should skip it? If you're running offshore pelagic trips or you already own a high-wattage transducer and just need a second display, look elsewhere. The 12-inch screen is big, but it's not the same as a full-size helm display, and the internal processor isn't built for the heaviest 360-degree imaging workloads. Also, if you're the kind of person who wants every button labeled and every menu in plain English, you'll be fine. Garmin's interface is logical once you run through the quick start, but it's not as plug-and-play as some of the Simrad or Lowrance units aimed at casual boaters. Bottom line, the Garmin ECHOMAP Ultra 126sv gives you the clarity and confidence you need without the complexity you don't. It's the kind of unit that makes you forget you're using a fish finder because the screen just keeps up with real-world conditions. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon.